One of the greatest games of all time, Hogwarts Legacy. Calling a game one of the greatest is really saying something, because I used to play Skylanders and Madagascar cards. I'm riding on my Graphorn and I see a bunch of sheep grazing. Very wholesome. I then realized that I could walk on water with the Graphorn. I had no idea that Hogwarts Legacy was so Christian. Also, if you hadn't noticed by now, my name is Jeff Goldblum, because there's no man alive that's sexier. I see these balloons and my instinct tells me to pop them with my broom, because I have almost 50 hours in this game already. I keep missing one balloon because it's hard to slow down when you're at full speed. I spot these weird birds called foopers, which sounds like a person with speech impediment trying to pronounce Fruit Loops. I then proceed to only catch one, because Jeff Goldblum is a noisy barbarian as he goes to Hogwarts School of Poor People. That means you Weasleys. I find a Merlin trial and attempt to solve it, but I apparently don't have enough Mallowsweet. This could be foreshadowing for a later part of this video. I find some goats and try to kill them, but it won't let me use Avada Kedavra on innocent creatures. Lame. I then freeze one and it actually kills him. I can't use unforgivable curses on livestock, yet I can use basic spells and it kills them instantly. Next, I find a Ranrock Loyalist camp and silently kill them all. I will now play a montage of me killing them. For the last goblin, I wait to see how long he needs to smith his weapon. I then realize that he isn't stopping anytime soon, so I kill him by completing one of the dueling feats. Next, I mount my Graphorn again and see this guy walking, so I decide to play a funny prank on him. Unfortunately, this NPC wields a rare type of magic where he can walk through magical beasts. Well, actually, it's not that rare for an NPC to be this alpha. I then come across this broken bridge, and I fix it because Jeff Goldblum is a good citizen and only uses magic for good. Just kidding, the reason it was broken in the first place was because I was using dark magic. I change my character to make him look like a jogger. Now that Jeff Goldblum is a runner, he has to travel everywhere on foot like a man and not a British schoolchild. I find the perfect house to stay at, but first I have to break in. I find a jar, and because I have good hygiene, I take a swig. I bet someone with leprosy was drinking that before, and now Jeff Goldblum has it. After sleeping by the warm fire, I wake up in the morning and go outside, only to find these weird birdhouse thingies. Because I have the attention span of a 3-year-old, I walk over and watch this man. A lot of people like to point out that I have the attention span of a 3-year-old, mostly because that is nothing close to my age. I'm not 3, I'm 8 months old. I decide to do this Merlin trial because now all of a sudden I have Mallowsweet, because I did some mining off camera. All I have to do is break pottery, which is what everyone already does in open world games, where you can do that. Before this, I never really did Merlin trials because I'm lazy, even when I'm playing video games. But then I realized you got more gear slots when you completed them. Now I'm trying to solve a bunch of Merlin trials because when I have an idea, I stick with it. In this one, I had to light these pots on fire under a certain amount of time. I'm back at the castle with a different outfit now, and I'm exploring the Ravenclaw Tower. In this game, I'm a Slytherin, so I bet all of the students here hate me, but I wouldn't blame them. This girl named Poppy, who I saved a dragon with earlier, wants to talk with me, so I meet up with her at the 3 broomsticks. It turns out she wants to return the egg we stole from the dragon we saved, but first we have to do some other things to keep you in suspense. I decide to sell some of my belongings, which is funny because I technically stole all of that stuff in the first place. I then decide to get a haircut because Jeff Goldblum likes to stay up to date with all of the trends. I end up looking like Sebastian Sallows with blonde hair. I find an old woman on the street and decide to help her. Apparently her unicorn friend is hurt and she wants me to capture her to keep her safe. Like I would actually do that. I find and capture her and then return to the old woman. She thanks me for my hard work and only rewards me for 500 coins. What a cheapskate. Anyways, we are now ready to find the dragon, so we go on a hike to the nest. I then find a dead graphorn, and it's really sad. I try to show my graphorn its dead brother, but the game won't let me. Disappointing. The dragon isn't too happy to see us and attempts to kill me. This just gives another reason why we shouldn't give her egg back. We still give the egg back, and there's a cutscene of Poppy and the dragon making googly eyes at each other. Yes, it's a game taking place in the 1800s, but they can still slide in a lesbian relationship. I start yet another quest, and I have to deliver invisibility potions to some Karen who can't come and buy them herself. On the way, I see a kid pretending to fly on a broom. Because Jeff Goldblum is a soul crusher, I decide to show him the real thing. Someone's jelly now. I make the delivery, and the lady's like, "Oi kid, you're garbage." Jeff Goldblum can really take any amount of disrespect. I find a newspaper stand and treat myself to some reading. It says, "Subscribe to Ben the Burger 26. How thoughtful of Portkey Games." I change my drip to something a little more appropriate for the Hogwarts school dress code, pajamas. I find these bells and try to create a song with them, but it ends up sounding like this. I am sorry if that amazing and memorable tone gets stuck in your head. I find this girl trying to peacefully drink her tea, but I abort this action because tea is poorly tasting apple cider. Next thing, I'm at Hogsmeade. I loot a bunch of chests so that I can sell the gear I find because I found out that every time you find a new type of gear, you unlock it as an appearance, so you only really need one gear item per type of gear since you can make it look like any other item. That's right, I just revealed an infinite money hack. I speak with the 3 broomsticks bartender, and she wants me to help her granny find ingredients for healing potions. I accept and head over to speak with her. She wants me to go find Horcrux for her in a cave, so I do. I'm right about to enter the cave, but I spot a poacher camp. I decide to go fight them, but it turns out the cliff I was standing on was a lot higher than I had assumed. Now let's go see my other saved game. In this save slot, I am a Ravenclaw named Richard Hobbleweed, who is a perfectly normal student who tries to peacefully complete his studies like all of the other side characters in this game. I spot this guy eating an apple, which makes me hungry. Professor Weasley teaches me the spell Revelio, and we continue our way down the stairs. I reach a flue flame point, and I learn how to use flue powder. I meet Professor Weasley at the Central Hall, and she asks me if Professor Fig is keeping any secrets from her. I tell her he is because Richard Hobbleweed is a little snitch. I arrive at my first class of the year, and after walking up all of those stairs, we end up going outside. We play a game where you use spells to pull balls towards certain levels of points, and of course I end up with blue balls. Even when I play games, I can't escape my real life problems. Anyways, thanks for watching guys, please subscribe, it makes my life better, love you all.
Remember to subscribe to Mythomerger 26 or Mr. Krabs will stuff you in a duffel bag and burn you on the ground.